probably know that troop stats can be the deciding factor in winning or losing PvP battles. And when you're defending your castle, these stats apply to all your troops, not just your main focus type. So if you're not maximizing your troop stats, you're already at a disadvantage. But don't worry, I'm going to show you how to turn your army into an unstoppable force. Welcome back, Chaos Warriors. So troop stats are the backbone of your strength in PNC Frozen Castle. Whether you're battling in PvP, defending your castle, doing Commander Arena, these stats affect all your troops, not just the ones you focus on. So you're going to add these together and see your true attack power for each troop type. In this video, I'm going to break down the best ways to improve your troop stats, step by step, so you can dominate every battle. Let's dive in. Many players struggle to improve their troop stats, and there's a couple of good reasons for that. One is lack of knowledge. They just don't know how important troop stats truly are. Two is wasting valuable upgrades on the wrong things. Or three, some people just don't use all the available methods. They focus too much on one and they ignore the other ways. So I'm going to show you many different ways to improve your troop stats. If you're making these mistakes, you're not alone. Don't worry. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to fix them. Okay, so let's go through every method of improving your troop stats. First of all, you've got troops runes. This is what most people tend to overfocus because it's got troop in the name, but these actually provide a pretty small boost that stacks over time. They're minor, but every bit counts. Definitely make sure you're working on them and improving these over time. But another good way of improving troop stats that I like to focus on is refinement. Refining your gear can improve your troop stats pretty significantly as you go up in levels. And don't forget about glory. There's certain places that you can apply your glory that are going to improve your troop stats. So do not neglect this. Make sure you're focusing on buildings that give you troop stats like your Wishing Well for troop HP, your War Hall, or your Citadel, or your Vehicle Camp is going to help you improve your troop stats. Next up, your dragon. Your dragon's not just for decoration, its skills and especially dragon stones can massively boost your troop attack, defense, and health. So invest in your dragon stones, make sure you're doing your dragon portal regularly to get those leveled up. Then of course you've got Curios. Curios are sort of the gold standard of troop stats. Any curio where you have a gold or better equipped, you're going to have 100% increase to your troop stats. Having at least a gold in as many curios as possible is a huge boost and can be game-changing. So make sure you're working on those curios and watch my other curio videos if you're not having any luck with these. And then last but certainly not least, and arguably the most important factor in your troop stats, is your heroes. But before we get into that, I want to take a moment to remind you to check out our sponsor App Gallery. There are some really awesome discounts that you can get, as well as up to 15% back, cash back when you spend in the game. So make sure you're taking advantage of that. So let's continue. So there's two types of heroes that can increase your troop stats. One of them is just these troop heroes that you send in your march. They're going to give you a bonus to your troop stats, but you've also got passive heroes. These heroes are going to give you increases just by sitting there. You don't have to send them in your march, and just by owning them, you will be boosting your troop stats. Let's take a look at a couple of the most important heroes for passive troop stats. Leona with a passive troop attack of up to 150%. Tala with a passive troop HP of up to 150%. Neptune with a passive troop attack of up to 125%, as well as HP and defense. Oskir with infantry, cavalry, and archer defense as passives. Basilong with his passive troop defense. Kaios with inf, cav, and archer HP passives. Wukong with his passive troop attack, defense, and HP. We have got Setmos with his 150% troop defense passive. Kyra also has 125% passive to all troop stats. And Estelle with a passive troop attack of 150% as well. Beyond that, there's a couple heroes that give you passives in specific situations, like Ogremeyer, who gives you a passive for Scramble, troop attack, defense, and HP. Sea Goddess with her passive rally attack, HP, and defense. And Monica, who has passives to castle battles for HP, attack, and defense. And of course, don't forget the new heroes. Tamina, Kanye, and Salantia all have powerful troop skills. These are not passive, they have to go in your march, but they go up to 350%, so they can be quite a benefit to your troop stats as well. Now that we've covered some of the top ways to improve your troop stats, let's look at just how big a difference this makes. Here's a direct comparison of two armies, one with good solid troop focus but not high troop stats, and another where you've maxed out the troop stats. You can see just how critical troop stats really are. So let's recap. Troop runes, Refinement, and Glory offer small but important stat boosts. Dragon skills, Dragonstones, and Curios give you stronger enhancements and boosts, and heroes with passive troop attributes are by far the most powerful way to improve your troop stats. So if you want to win more battles, hold your castle against an attack from a stronger opponent, you need to focus on these upgrades. Next, I want to hear from you. What's your best strategy for improving troop stats? Drop your tips in the comments. Let's help the whole community get stronger. And if you found this video helpful, hit like, subscribe, and check out my other guides for even more expert tips.